Morning, children. The lesson that we are going to do today is last lesson by Alfonso Daudet. So before we start with the chapter, let me familiarize you with the setting or the background of the chapter. The country where this lesson is set is France. Okay? So it is set during the time of Franco-Prussian War in the year 1870 to 71. The country is France, and what has happened this time? France was defeated, and the districts of Alsace and Lorraine had been passed into the hands of German. So in this war, the Franco-Prussian War, and Prussia was headed by Bismarck. So in Franco-Prussian War, France has been defeated, and the districts of Alsace and Lorraine of France had passed into the hands of the Germans. And there's an order that has come from Berlin headquarters. Berlin's where in Germany. So what is Prussia basically comprised of? Germany and some districts of some parts of Austria. So orders had come from the Berlin headquarters. What were the orders? See, it was in the form of a notice. That time orders and all used to come in the form of a notice or a draft. They didn't have TVs or cable connections or WhatsApp and also that they could send the orders. So what are the orders? That instead of French, German would be taught in the French districts of Alsace and Lorraine. So this was the order that had come. So this chapter describes the feeling of the French teacher M. Hamel and his student Franz when they come to know about it. What is M. Hamel? What do we say? Mr. Hamel, right? In English we say Mr. Hamel. But in France they don't say Mr. The word is Monzo. So it is Monzo Hamel and his student Franz when they come to know about it. What? That now from tomorrow onwards, instead of French, only German would be taught in the districts of Alsace and Lorraine. Why in these two districts? Because these two districts have been taken over by Germans. Right? So when the chapter starts, we see there's a small boy called Franz. He is the narrator. He was afraid of going to school as he had not learnt participles. What are participles? The part of grammar. Like in English grammar we have participles. Similarly, in French grammar they had participles. So he had not learnt participles, and his teacher M. Hamel had said that he would take a test on participles, and he did not even know the first word of participles. So it's but obvious that he was afraid of going to school. Plus, he wanted to enjoy the beauty of nature. The bright sunshine, the birds chirping in the woods, the Prussian soldiers drilling. What is the meaning of drilling? Drilling means marching, march past, that is called drilling. So these were the things which were tempting Franz not to go to school. Right? What were the things? First of all, that he had not learnt participles, and his French teacher had said that he is going to take a test, question them on participles. He had not learnt the participles. And secondly, he wanted to enjoy the beauty of nature. These sights were tempting, more tempting than going to school. What are the sights? The bright sunshine, the birds chirping in the woods, and the Prussian soldiers drilling or marching, practicing. But what we see, he resists the temptation and he hurries to go to school. Clear? But a question aata hai, what were the things that were more tempting to Franz rather than going to school? So these are the things. You have to elaborate and write these. Okay. Now, while going to school, he saw a crowd in front of the town hall. And he wonders what could be now. There's a town hall over there. Those times in the town hall, all the notices regarding the lost battles, the drafts, the orders issued by the commanding officers, this all used to be in the form of notice, and it used to be pinned where? In the notice board of the town hall. So what does he see? He sees lots of people standing in front of the town hall, and he wonders what could be now what notice could have been there now? Why are so many people standing? What are they reading? Anyway, he hurries to school, and when he reaches the school, he notices there are lots of changes. Okay? Now, what are the changes? He notices there is no sound. Instead of the noisy classroom, everything was quiet as a Sunday morning. Why Sunday morning? Because on Sundays we don't have school. So when he reaches the school, there's no hustle and bustles. He cannot hear the children shouting, screaming. Instead, everything was as quiet as a Sunday afternoon. Anyway, he enters his class. Now, when he enters his class, he's afraid that his now teacher might scold him, because M. Hamel is supposed to be a very strict teacher. But the teacher tells him very politely, Franz, you may go to your seat. He doesn't scold, he doesn't say anything. And he tells him very politely to go to his seat. Now, once Franz is seated, he notices a lot of changes. He observes that his teacher was dressed in his best clothes, the kind of clothes he used to wear on the days of inspection or when he used to go to the church. So he was dressed in his best outfit. Why do you wear your best outfit? When there's some function, you wear your best clothes, right? So he was dressed in his best outfit, the kind of clothes he used to wear when he used to go to church. And then again he notices that the last benches of the classroom, which were usually empty, were occupied by the villagers. Okay? Can you tell me why they were occupied by the villagers? Because they all had read the notice in the notice board. What was the notice in the notice board? That instead of French, German would be taught in the French districts of Alsace and Lorraine. So they all had read this notice in the notice board. So all these people, the villagers who were there in the last benches, they had come to pay tribute to M. Hamel for his 40 years of service and to express their solidarity with France. Why? Because from tomorrow onwards, their mother tongue won't be their own. Why? Because now they will not be allowed to speak or learn their mother tongue, but what language was imposed upon them? German. So is it clear? So why were the last benches occupied by the villagers? Because the villagers had come to pay tribute to M. Hamel, Monzo Hamel, for his 40 years of service. Since last 40 years, he had been teaching French in the same school. But now from tomorrow onwards, what language they will be taught? They will be taught German. And to express their solidarity with France. Now, M. Hamel announces, this is your last French lesson. Okay, and the moment he says this, these words were like a thunderclap. What is thunderclap? As if lightning has struck, a shock. So these words were like a thunderclap to France. He realizes that it was this that was put in the bulletin board. Then remembers, okay, it must be this notice that was put up in the bulletin board. This notice, why the people were there in front of the bulletin board, why there was such a lot of crowd? Because they were reading this notice. But then he realizes that he doesn't know his own mother tongue. Now he says, oh God, from tomorrow onwards we will not be able to learn our language, mother tongue, and I hardly know anything about it. Because, see, this is what happens. We keep on postponing things for tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. Wow, there's plenty of time. Kal karenge. See, not suddenly the orders that come. What are the orders? That from tomorrow onwards, you will not be taught in French in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. And instead of French, which language you will be taught? You will be taught German. Now, he realizes that he does not know his own mother tongue. And he regrets for not having taken his lessons seriously. Now, Mr. Hamel, M. Hamel says that it is the parents, children, and he himself, all three are responsible for not knowing their mother tongue. He says it's not only the children who are to be blamed, but it is the parents and the teacher himself. The reason he says why parents are responsible, he says parents because they prefer to send their children to work in fields to earn money rather than sending them to school. So he says that your parents, instead of sending you all to school to learn, they preferred sending you to fields so that you could work over there and get some money. And he says even I am responsible to some extent, because when I was not in a mood to teach, I wanted to go for fishing. I just called the class off. I said, "Chalo, aaj chutti hai, you may go home." And at times, instead of teaching, I also sent you to water my plants. So he says, even I am to be blamed. Your parents are to be blamed, and even I am to be blamed. And plus, you are also to be blamed because you kept on postponing things for tomorrow. And now you see, this tomorrow is not there for you. There's no tomorrow. You cannot learn your language anymore. From tomorrow onwards, you will be learning what? German. Now, M. Hamel now starts explaining. He says, French language is the most beautiful and logical language in the world. It's but obvious our mother tongue too.